Now we have a passionate message sent all the way from Delhi, India, from one of the world's leading experts on the environment. A former director of the UN Environment Program, Dr. Ashok Khosla, was awarded what is considered the Nobel Prize of the environmental world and is president of the prestigious Club of Rome. He now offers an effective solution to global warming.
Hi, I'm Ashok Khosla, and I bring greetings to you all the way from Development Alternatives in New Delhi, India. My greetings particularly to those among you who have dedicated yourselves to making the world a better place for all. Climate change is one of the biggest threats faced by humankind since the beginning of history. And so is the massive extinction of species that is going on right now, and the disappearance of our forests and fish stocks, and the depletion of our energy and mineral resources. In fact, over the past few months, the biggest issues have been the prices of oil for our cars and food for our stomachs. Things seem to be coming all of a sudden to a head. Our past actions and behavior may already be catching up with us. Your meeting today is about the role of meat in our diets and its impact on the world around us. Let me begin by admitting a bias. I have been a vegetarian for a very long time. In fact, all my life, I was born a vegetarian. This was an individual, personal decision, not imposed by religious, family, or other obligations. And until recently, I've never felt the need to preach or proselytize vegetarianism to others. But now, I'm beginning to wonder whether that is right or fair to my fellow humans. You see, eating meat has become very dangerous. It can even kill. It can kill other people, for example, by taking away the resources needed to produce food for them. More than half of US farmland is devoted to beef production. You know, it takes 1 acre to produce 250 pounds of beef. That same acre can produce 40,000 pounds of potatoes, 160 times as much. Meat can kill you. The risk of various types of cancer increases by 3 to 4 times for people who eat meat. If an American has a heart attack, the risk of death is something like 50% for an average person. The risk comes down to 15% if he eats no meat. And it comes down to some 4% if he eats no meat, dairy, or eggs. And meat can kill all of us, our planet, and all life on it. As you all know, the cause of global warming is greenhouse effects from greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide mainly, and methane emissions from fossil fuels, and these are increased greatly in the production of meat. 3 times more fossil fuels are needed to produce meat-centered diets than a meat-free diet. Livestock production uses more than half of all the water used for all purposes in the US. In fact, producing 1 cow needs enough water to float a small ship. It would take 260 years to use up the world's oil resources if people gave up eating meat today. It would take 13 years to exhaust the same world's known oil reserves if every human being started eating meat in the same manner as the US today. This is not a minor issue. Vegetarians can be as healthy and strong as meat eaters. There are well-known sports persons who have done extremely well on vegetarian diets. In fact, David Scott, who was 6 times Ironman triathlon winner, is a vegetarian. And I am still here after 68 years of eating no meat. All in all, I can strongly recommend a meat-free diet. The less demand there is for meat and dairy, the fewer the animals we will produce, the less the greenhouse gases we will emit, global warming and climate change will come down, and it is now up to each one of us to take responsibility for our future. Thank you. Have a very good meeting.